Okay. Um, been on this a good long while. I think I almost finished this level last time. It's kind of not a good idea to leave it right to the end for the next stream because now I have to relearn what I was doing, but hopefully it won't take too long. So I think I did everything except the last machine needs repairing. What's the last machine? There's no concept of last here. I think this one. So it's not quite correct. What it does... What does it do? So red is working correctly. It's waiting for blue to pick up fuse all that in. Ah, such a tricky issue. So, the issue I'm facing is a chemistry issue. Neon is a noble gas. Neon does not form bonds with any other elements. In the process of fusing, I'm changing my... No, not neon. Helium. Helium is inert. In the process of fusing, I'm changing hydrogen to helium, helium to lithium, but that's losing its bond. So, to fix that, we need to... So we pick up the HCHH here. We need to fuse the C first. All right. And that means either I take these bonders away. No, I don't want to do that though. Can I do it without? Hmm. Is the game's music coming through? Hang on, what's happened to the desktop audio? Why has that gone really quiet? Hang on, let me check a couple of things. That's weird. Okay, the game audio should be coming through now. I must have misclicked or something. Okay. Well, it's back online now, but now I'm worried because what if my previous streams had the game audio off? Okay. Anyway. So I need to get that C. Okay, the C is hidden away, but I need to get that C to be here. Alright, so I think we need to just get rid of all this. So let's grab the C. Let's make this different. Let's make it like that. And actually move all this. If you want to do that, okay, let's do that. So what does it look like? Stop. Okay, it's that, but to the left. Alright, fine. Oh, wait, red was assuming... Oh, okay, cancel this. Go back to what we had before. It's fine as it is, don't worry about that. Okay, so blue. get rid of that. Grab that. Rotate it twice. So we're holding on to C. Good. Fuse. All right, so good so far, but how do we? All right, so the first time fuses that. Second time it goes up here, grabs that. Fuses that, then the man, these flip-flops are so confusing. All right, then the second time we hit that flip-flop, we've escaped. So we can head over here. Oh crap, 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 crap. CHH. So it's... We keep one H. Hang on. Aha. Alright, fine. So the first time it goes down here, it puts this H in there. The second time, we go here, go up there, grab the H, Problem is, we haven't put the sinks in. Where do the sinks go? Grab. Fuse. Fuse. Sink. Grab. Fuse. Hi, the 4Fox. Ah. Then we sink here, I think. Alright, let's see what happens. Fuse. Mosquito. Grab. Sink. Oops. Thanks. So that works so far, but I think we're gonna run into a problem soon. Okay, so we fuse C, H, H, take the other H away. And we fuse C. Ah! Those. Oh, that one's in the way. Wait, we don't need all three of these H's. We just need the top one and the right one. So if I put this here. Let's delete all this again. Oops. Alright, start again. So we grab that by the C. Okay, this time we want to remove a bond. So remove that bond there. Grab it by the C. Rotate clockwise. Clockwise. Do we want to grab it by the C? Actually, no, we want to grab it by the H. Grab it by the H. Rotate clockwise. Down and right. No, even that's not quite right. No, that's okay, that's okay. No, it's not. The C has to be fused in first, otherwise we end up with bloody helium, which is inert. Okay, okay. Grab it by the H. Rotate clockwise twice. That means we're holding... And now we don't have enough time. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay, move this all to the right by 1. On there. Okay, grab it by that H. No. Grab it by that H. Rotate. Don't need to rotate at all. It's already in the right orientation. No. Oh. I can't. I don't know. If I grab it by the C, that probably will work, actually. Okay, grab it by the H. Drag it over there. Rotate it clockwise. Rotate it clockwise again. Okay, what does that do? Okay, I wanted to go fast, but not that fast. Okay. Slowly. Alright. Close. I think the only way is to just grab it by the C. Alright, so grab it by the C. Oops. That works. No. Yeah, okay. Then clockwise. Clockwise. Fuse. So we should end up with one hydrogen sitting here. One here. Then go around there. Pick that one up, go there. Grab that remaining hydrogen, fuse that in. Use the flip-flop to escape. Okay, this is potentially working. Come back up here. Bond these remaining two hydrogens together. Grab them. Drop them off there. put them? Where does the sink go? Here. Alright. Can this whole thing work? Slowly. Fuse. Pick up. Fuse. Pick up. Fuse. Okay, it's F now. Take away the H's. Oh no, 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 no. The sinks are not correct. Hang on. Blue needs to hit one sink. Okay, we need to take that sink away. This is all we can do. Okay, let's watch it now. Okay, from here onwards. Fuse. 2, 3. Now red turns it around. Okay, but we need to discard that double H as well. Now blue is waiting. Okay, no, that's right. Okay. Fuse. 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 Fuse, fuse, fuse. Oh, but there's one problem. So whenever red hits sink, we're asking blue to do something. So that sink, that one there, is wrong. Shouldn't be there. Wait, no, it should. So when... Okay, red does its thing first. Blue is waiting at a sink. Red does its thing first. Hits a sink. So blue fuses all that stuff in. Then red moves it. Hits a sink. Is this right so far? Yes, there's still a problem. Blue is, after the third time blue moves, it has to do something different. It needs to know that on the fourth try it needs to... Ugh. Oh, it's hot today. So... Inverted Taco Bell chime to be an odd choice. I don't get it. I don't know anything about Taco Bell. Is that like their logo? Oh, it's a bell, isn't it? Don't think I've ever seen a Taco Bell. Is it? I'm sure they must have Taco Bells outside of America. I don't think I've ever seen one though. Oh, I'm so close. But the sinks are not correct. So I need... Okay, blue definitely has to wait at that sink. That's a given. Red... Ah, okay, hang on. Let's change these sinks. So... double sinks. So wait here, and when blue... Oops. They have a stock MP3 of a bell as their chime. In the ads. This is a sound thing you're talking about. Are you talking about the beep on my air conditioning? Or is there something else? Okay, this looks correct. There's just one problem. How do we finish? So red drops that. Sink. Sink. I'm not sure if this is correct. Oh, it's in the wrong place. Fail sound. Oh, that sound, okay. So these sinks need to surround the event. So I need to put one there and there. Alright, is this gonna work? Oh god, it's actually working. Yeah, it's working. Pinks are the most confusing thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's a whole upper game we're supposed to be playing. What we've done is we've coded Asteroids, the game. Now I need to use control signatures to move the laser. Alright, where are the asteroids? Yeah, I mean, the impression I get is, well, people are always joking about it giving everyone in America who eats it diarrhea. Which to me is weird, because, I don't know, I eat spicy food all the time, in the UK or in many countries, never have any problem, never heard any people complain about getting diarrhea, so is it really just a problem with American fast food quality? um, okay, this is actually working. It's awkward because I have one button which can make it start rotating clockwise, and one which can make it start rotating counterclockwise, but I can't make it stay still, so just have to... The asteroids are slow enough, so it seems alright. It's not spicy? Really? But isn't it supposed to be like Mexican food? Or is it Texas food? Yeah, I guess it's probably cheap. Alright, this is actually working, but if they start throwing more asteroids at me, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Everything I've coded up here is really just relying on the speeds I can currently deliver. Oh, this signature down here is giving me a hint, I think, where it's gonna appear. This was a really creative design for a level, though. Usually it's just, you gotta create a certain amount, a certain chemical, in certain quantities. And now they just raise the bar of difficulty. You have to create certain chemicals to make it turn left, certain chemicals to make it turn right, and then 2 other chemicals to make the laser fire. And be able to change it all at will. Oh crap. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Oh, they're in an awkward place that I can't get to. What the heck? Oh crap. No, I'm manually trying to make it go left and right. Because I have different chemicals being put in certain places for left and right, and I have control things that change. Oh my god. It's really confusing. Wait, what's going on? Why? It's all stopped. There's methane coming in. Everything stopped. This is so weird. What's happened? Oh, that moved. Have they run out of methane? I think we're out of methane. Because we've spent so much on the laser. Crap. Oh! I guess it's HP based, so some of those rocks hurt you, but as long as you survive. I think we were out of methane, so... but we still passed. So there's just so many different variables to balance there. Time, space, amount of methane, the amount you spend on turning left and right. Oh my god. Partner. I'm now a partner reaction engineer. I've just saved entire planets. Like, how are there even higher rankings than that? Surely I should just be galactic emperor of reaction control at this point. Alright. A red shuttle docked in the emergency evacuation zone. The door hissed as it opened into the station and locked into the interior airlock. A single person emerged. It was Bruce. His tired eyes drifted to me, standing in the dark hallway outside of the evacuation zone, and he turned back to the shuttle. I secured the seal on my helmet, disengaged the airlock, and trudged down the metal corridor. After the door closed behind me, Bruce engaged the thrusters and maneuvered the shuttle away from the husk-off Atropos station. We switched the navigation to autopilot and moved from the cockpit to the rear of the shuttle. I slipped my helmet off and set it on my lap. In my lap. Sorry, he said. couldn't have been prevented, I said. I'm sorry too, then, I guess. I'm the only one who made it out. Marianne and everyone else are dead now. Whoa? Hang on, what happened to Marianne? That's not what I'm talking about. We've talked about the monsters before, he said as he shook his head. He leaned back, stretching an arm across the top of the adjacent headrest, gazing at me with indifference. Of course. I lowered my head and gripped the helmet in my lap. This case was unfortunate. There were a lot of good people on Arshopos, but there's something else. You're not going back to Hephaestus for... What? A single deadening beat of my heart echoed through my body. I'm sorry about this, going back on what I told you, but there's a special job that requires your particular talents. A solo mission. My particular talents? What talents? Turning methane into a asteroid playing CPU. There's an abandoned facility I want to see revived. It's somewhat archaic. He crossed his ankles and grinned. It's on a planet called Flides. Very humid and overgrown. The factory's probably overrun with the native flora. Would it be better to assemble a team and build a new base? This is urgent. We don't have time for that. He leaned into the cockpit, picked up a tablet and handed it to me. The screen displayed compounds I'd never heard of. I frowned. What is this? Alchemy? Bruce smirked. Something like that. We're on the second last planet, and it is getting ridiculously hard now. So let's see. I spent the stream before last on just that mission alone, 2 hours. Then last stream I spent on this defense mission for another 2 hours. I didn't finish it. I finished it now. So at this rate, it's gonna take... So let's say 6, another 6, I don't know, like 30 hours or so. Okay. Wait, why have we got 3 accessible here? I think we need to beat all... We need to beat those 3, and then we need to beat these, and we need to beat these 2 for that one to become available. Yikes, okay. So we got ethylene and hydroxyl radical. And I want to produce... Oh my god. I don't even know where to begin with these. Oh god. And to produce both ethanol and acetaldehyde. These things look nothing like... Okay, it looks a bit like this, but not a lot. Alright, I don't know where to begin here. Am I just going to stare at this for the next half hour? I mean, that's pretty much what I did in the previous 2 streams. Oh, it's so obscure. Okay, so... if we were to take this ethylene and put it... here. To make ethanol, we put an H and an OH. To make acetaldehyde, we have to... oh, goodness. We have to remove an H. Well, we have to move an H. Put in an O. So basically, we get HO. For ethanol, to make ethanol, we have to add OHH. So 1 extra H. And to make acetaldehyde, we have to add O. So the ethanol, we have a surplus of H by 1. And acetaldehyde, we have a surplus of O by 1. Good. So that balances out. So we can split HO. We'll have an extra O to make this one, and an extra H to make this one, and then just keep alternating between the two. So that's roughly what we're trying to do here. So in the... let's just try and make something which makes ethanol for now. So we take the ethylene, we put it here. We take that H. I don't know which one's simpler, but because I have to make both anyway, I'm just arbitrarily choosing one. Doesn't really matter. I think ethanol is simpler because you don't have to move one of the H's that's already present. You're just adding to it. Whereas acetaldehyde, you actually have to move an H. That means you have to cut a bond, move it. Either way, they both have to be done, so... hang on. Thing is, it would make sense to move the H either way. Because in ethanol, if we move that H here, and then that will be symmetric, and then I can make this happen right now just to make it more visual. So let's see. I take this, I pick this up. That bond doesn't need to be there. go down, go this way, remove a bond. Alright, so just doing that alone. Oops. Gets us that, which is the basis for both of those. Okay, this might not be too hard, actually. I might even be able to do it just with red, and blue doesn't even need to do anything. So now, red needs to branch using the flip-flop. And on the flip, we'll deal with ethanol, and on the flop, deal with acetaldehyde. So if I put in flip-flop like this. So let's say on the flip we're going to do wait, we should do acetaldehyde first, because then we'll have the H. Oh no, actually no, it still doesn't matter which we do first. If we do acetaldehyde first, we'll have the H left over, which we need to use for ethanol. If we do ethanol first... Oh, wait. Yeah, okay, that's okay. So it does actually matter which we do first, because it's not symmetric. If we're doing acetaldehyde first, then we have the H spare for ethanol. So ethanol won't use the H from this. It will use the H that's left over from this. Whereas acetaldehyde will never be using leftovers. It will always be using a fresh hydroxyl radical every time. So if we do that, we use OH, break up the OH, put the O there, and the H will be left spare. Then for ethanol, we take the H, put it in, and then take another OH and put it there, and then rinse and repeat. Okay. It's all a question of whether we can fit all that logic in here, but it doesn't seem too bad, actually. Let's get rid of that bonder. So... red. So, okay, so we're making... Let's go with acetaldehyde. So we want to take... Okay, break up the HO, take the O. So we're already kind of awkward on space. Let's go like that. Okay, we take the O. Actually, no, come the other way. Grab the O, go through here. drop it here. So it doesn't need to fit exactly that shape. It just has to be topological to it. So if I were to move that O here instead, as long as the double bonds are there, that's equivalent molecule. So if I were to put the O there, that's just the same. So I might as well do that. So if I were to do that, bond, bond. Oh no, that's going to put bonds back on the... Hang on. What are we going to end up with if we do that? Forgot to call in the... Perfect. That's perfect. That's exactly acetaldehyde. Just with the O moved over there, but it's the same molecule. So we bond, grab that. Okay, now it's getting a bit awkward. Grab that. Bond it twice. Then grab it again. Drop it, grab it again. Move down. That way. Drop it. And then return to start. Does that actually do this? Okay, good. That actually collides. We need to move that down. Okay. Okay, so we're now on the flop. We now have a spare H. I reckon at this point just tell blue to do the rest so that it doesn't collide with this. So let's just say on the flop we go this way. Sync. So now blue, okay, at that sync blue will be told to take the H. Which is already there. Oh, okay, blue is waiting. Now take the H. Drop it there. Now call in another full molecule. Pick it up. Bond. This is going to... We might need to remove bond, then add them back in. Because otherwise we end up with double C. Oh, this is awkward. Okay, will that work? I don't know. Now we should be holding on to the whole of ethanol. So we go here. Drop it. Output it. Return to start. Does that even work? Okay. Yeah, that sink was in the wrong place. Okay, red makes that on its own. Then we wait for blue. Okay, we're gonna make sure we don't collide. Oh, it's crazy. You have to think of everything. Time, space, number of bonds. Ugh. And everything is constrained. Okay, this needs to be rotated like that. Start again. Oh! But that is ethanol, we just put it in the wrong place. That has to go up here. So we're holding it by the O. That means we go here. And do that. Drop. Out. Sink. That should be phi. Or psi. What is that? Psi? That's alpha, beta, phi? And omega? Yes. I think it's phi. Non-capital phi. I don't remember my Greek. Oh my god, this is working. It's actually not that hard. It looks so scary at the start. Some of them do. And then some of them look scary at the start and they really are scary to play out. You just never know. And I bet I could have done it all with red as well, but no need for that. Alright, it's all in sync. There shouldn't be any reason for it to fail now. Alright, I got about 20 minutes left. Suspicious behavior. Bruce called in every 3 days, and each time his face appeared, he looked more haggard. The first time, he contacted me in orbit over Hephaestus and told me the repairs were going smoothly. I would return to a fully functioning facility. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I didn't think I would get to see it again. I wiped the dust from one of the monitors, squinting in the dim light to read the green text. Dust obfuscated the light from the overhead solar conduit, and the phosphorescent lamps only activated at night. The communication console flashed for a moment. Bruce's face, eyes sunken and chin covered with stubble, materialized. Behind him I saw metal plating and a terminal with a swirling animation. He was no longer in Hephaestus or in his shuttle. This interior was newer than any other I had seen. He jerked the camera down. How are things going? His nose appeared on the screen. turned away from the view of his nostrils and tabbed through the latest outputs. Everything's running fine. We should have the first compound soon. The other ones are in the works. We don't have a lot of time, he muttered to himself. What are these compounds for, Bruce? He pulled away from the camera. His eyes were all veins and red strings, bloodshot. What has he been up to? It's a special project. You'll see. The console dimmed as he disconnected, and I was left with only the whirring of the air ducts and machines. So much weird stuff going on in this story. Okay. What the heck is that? Element Delta. That's not even on the periodic table. Errata, unidentified elements. We got element theta, element omega, element sigma, element delta. Oh my god. Okay, so we know it reacts with hydrogen, at least. How the heck am I going to make that? I know I'm repeating myself here, but seriously, what? And we only have 4 bonders. Last time we were given... We were generously given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only used 5 of them to make those. Now we've given only 4. And we have to make something which actually takes up the full length of the screen. Oh, and just to make things more confusing, they've thrown in double bonds here and there. Okay, there's a clear symmetry here, but still. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what to Okay, so best I can think of right now is you make a row, either HC triangle H or H triangle CH. You drag it up to the top and you slide it in horizontally here. And you have a bond like this, for example, or maybe and then you attach it. So you got your blob here that you've already made, but you leave a gap here. So you take your row up, you slide it in there, you bond it with your mess, and then drag the whole thing down by 1, and then rinse and repeat. Okay. Problem is, you have to make you have to alternate between which row you're making. And if we're going to do that, but that also means C has maximum 4 bonds, okay. And H has maximum 1 bond. And this triangle thing, don't know, infinite maybe? I don't know. Well, clearly 4, because there's only 4 directions. Oh no, but you can have double, triple bonds, I don't know. Alright, so the problem is putting these two here is not good enough. because sometimes it's here. So you'd have to have this, but now I've put all my bonders here. I don't have any bonders left to actually make the row in the first place. So that's not good. But sometimes you need the bond to be here. How do we do that? When that happens, we need to drag this whole mess to the left by 1, then put the row in, and then put it back. So that's how we get away with only using 2 bonders here. That means we're left with 2 bonders over here to make this whole row with. Which is, I don't know, probably doable. And it always uses CHH triangles, so that we can do that, I think. But, I mean, that's the easier bit. The harder bit is dealing with this. So, okay, I can kind of see some method to the madness, and there's a mosquito got away. I still though, okay, they've given us a sensor. That's interesting. It has no use because it's all deterministic. We know what everything is at all times. Ooh. No, the sensor might be useful, actually. We can use the sensor here to detect whether there's a C there or a triangle. And depending on if it's C, no, if it's triangle, then we need to drag this whole thing to the left, bond, then drag it back. So that's, yeah, okay, that helps us. So what we need is to be able to make no, that's not what we want to use the sensor for. We want to use the sensor to detect when we're done, because we're going to keep slipping these rows in and dragging them down. But when we've done it like for the 8th time, then we'll have something which is, no, we'll drop that row in, but then we'll have something that's done. And at that point, that triggers the sensor because it detects something here. It detects hydrogen here. And at that point, we branch away, output it. That's what we need the sensor for. That means whatever I said before, we have to do manually, which is tricky. We have to do it using flip-flops. Okay, I've only got like 8 minutes, 7 minutes left before I'm gonna go watch another streamer play As the Dreams and let my brain recover. So do I really want to get started on this? I mean, I can try to think how to make this row without worrying about the big blob. How to do that. So cut off that H. But we need to design it in a way that easily flips between making this row or that row. So to do that, we need to no, we don't, because one's just the rotation of the other. So on the flip side, we just slide the row in. On the flop side, we branch down, rotate it twice, and then go back up. And then we've just got the reverse. So, okay, so we just need to design one row. Okay, we can do that. Alright, I'm starting to feel like this is doable now. Now that I've broken it apart piece by piece. Everything I've said, all those pieces make sense. I don't see any problem now. Maybe the... No, it seems okay. Hmm. Okay, 5 minutes left. Jesus. I'm tempted to say this is the single hardest game I've ever played. I mean, main campaign. I know a lot of games, they're pretty standard, and then in the bonus levels, or the bonus extra DLC or whatever, they make it really hard. But this is just the main campaign that I'm playing through. So I can't think of any other game where the main campaign is any harder than this. This is it. This is the peak. Well, I don't know. The company that makes this game have made a few other games which are also quite complex, so probably some of their other games are also quite hard, but... Let me check the Steam achievements section for this. How many people have actually beaten this game? Dark Souls. I haven't played Dark Souls, but I feel like it's easier than this, just from the limited knowledge I have. Like, Dark Souls is the kind of thing you can just keep trying and eventually you'll get it, but this... You can't just keep trying and eventually you get it. You have to have a spark of genius at certain moments. And I think some people who are less mathematically inclined, I don't think they would ever actually finish this game. Some of the levels I don't see certain people who are kind of less STEM oriented, like in science, technology, mathematics. I just don't see them ever managing to crack the level. So at least with Dark Souls, I think probably approachable by anyone if they just had to put in the amount, just put in an insane amount of work. But this, I think, it actually caps at some point and becomes truly impossible for some people. I don't know. Let's have a look at the Steam achievements. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. A lot of people just got bored and gave up, probably, but still. Okay, here we are. Beat the game. Global achievement stats. 4.8%. I mean, that's quite high, but then again, the only kind of people who would buy this game in the first place are probably people who are kind of feel like they can take it on and are interested in it, most importantly. So it's kind of biased. And maybe some people looked up solutions online too, because you can totally do that. You just literally put the things in the right places, press play, and it works. So if you get stuck on a level, you could just look up the solution online. A solution. There's no one solution. Can't wait to see the apology video. What, my apology video? Why? What statement did I make? That Dark Souls... my statement about Dark Souls or my statement about this game are you referring to? So... 20 published ResearchNet assignments. Also, 4.6% of people have done that. So yeah, It seems the people who have beat this are real enthusiasts, and that's not surprising. Reach the South Pole of Cernemia 4. So a third of people have reached the South Pole of Cernemia 4. So that means they've done... either. Well, I do want to play Dark Souls one day, and we'll have to see how I cope with that. I don't have it though. I'll have to buy it. But it goes. Okay, a third of people have reached this far. So basically, the end of chapter 2. And these were not too hard, but they did throw in a couple of tricky challenges. And these first few levels were guided. They actually told you what to do, where to put things. But, I mean, okay, yeah, Dark Souls I've never played, so I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to beat it if I play it. But I think I still stand by my statement about SpaceChem. Like, it really does seem... I'm not saying you have to be genius. Rather, you have to be enthusiastic. I can see a lot of people just losing hope. Not that they aren't intelligent enough, just that it gets so chaotic that they just get bored and move on to another game. How long is this game? Don't know. Haven't beaten it. Could have a quick look at howlongtobeat.com, but that'll be biased because that will just be the people who have beaten it. And the people who haven't beaten it, well, clearly they never beat it, so there's no meaningful answer there, but they could well have spent hundreds of hours before they gave up, so who knows. Okay, 44.5 hours seems to be the average. Yeah. How long have I played so far? Well, my total Steam time is 38 hours, but some of those hours I spent on a previous playthrough, which I didn't finish. So, I don't know, take away maybe 8 hours. So I've spent I don't know. I spent 20 to 30 hours on this playthrough, so... Anyway, I'm not going to tackle that level now, and I think I'm almost done, so let's see if Quantum is streaming, because I'm just going to watch him play As Dreams. Which he's doing now. So yeah, I'm going to raid Quantum. If you fancy watching As Dreams, then you can stick around for the raid. But it's kind of a relief to give my brain a rest. Feel like I'm back in university. It's been a long time since I've been so mentally challenged. And honestly, I worked as a programmer in a high-tier tech company, and nothing we did was as hard or as complex as this game. So, yeah. Alright, well, see you later, the Four Fox. I'll probably be playing some Unity, Assassin's Creed Unity tomorrow.